Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I'm here with kind of a fun ornament that I made. It's a bowling pin, and I bought it because I have an actual bowling pin here. I don't know if you can see it. And I plan on hanging it on there. That might be the thumbnail for this video. So I bought a lot of, it's funny because you say a lot of, it was a lot of sport-themed cookie cutters at a thrift store. I got a baseball glove with a ball, a basketball with a hoop, and then I got this one. Now I already had a pin, and I had circle cookie cutters, so I planned on designing one of my own. When I saw this, I knew I had to make it. So because mine had the red and white top, and most of them do, I decided I would do the red and white stripe, and then I did a 6mm white opaque with a white opaque lustered white toe hose that I got from Auntie's Beads a while back, and then a similar size 6mm black opaque sequin for this. And then to make the whole stand out, I used this black 8mm iridescent circle, and they're really cool. They just have this swirl design to them, and it's kind of an iridescent coating on it. I just needed it to stand out from the actual black. And then I stitched it with my normal edging, and then I did a red loop with a hook on it so I could hook it around the bowling pin. Although I wish I'd made it a little longer. It's a very tight fit. But it'll be hanging on my bowling pin. Now, a couple things I didn't like how it came out. Since I stopped the edging on the white here and then went black, it kind of makes it look a little weird, if you see what I mean, on the edges. But it's okay. It's just to hang on my bowling pin, and otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. And I just used white thread on this, black thread on here. I used, I was going to do red and red and red and red, and I got distracted by some stuff going on around me and forgot. So I didn't want to tear out. I was up to here when I realized it. I didn't want to tear all that out. But if I were to do it again, I would have put red seed beads on the edge here, 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 and here. I often do that on my candy cane pieces. But I stamped this out on the felt, and I thought I had some felt to show you. Let me look and see if it's here. Oh, I think it's over there. I stamped this out. I stamped them both out in black, but then I stamped out some, no, I stamped them out in white, and then stamped out the balls in black, and then a couple blacks for the back, because I thought that would look better on the back. And then I did the same thing I do on a lot of them, is where I loosely stitch, or not loosely, but put big stitches to hold the bowling ball onto the black backing, and so that it made it this, you know, tied it together without seam. But I wish I could have done the edge on here. So I think if I was to do this again, I would do the ball separately. I would do the edging around here and then do the ball separately and maybe connect them somehow, because it just, I don't like how it connects on the top and bottom. It makes the, see how it looks weird? It's like out to here and then it goes in for there. But it's still cute, and it'll serve the purpose I made it for. I'm not selling this or trying to sell it, and I don't worry about my stitches being perfect. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. I usually use the thread that goes onto the back because then it hides the stitches, but since I had two different colors, I couldn't really do that. Again, I used white on here. I used the white on the front of the, I mean on the, because I had the white stitches and then the white edging, and then I did the black for the fronts and sides of the bowling ball. That way they would match and look good. Now if all you have is white thread, that's perfectly fine. That's all I had for years, was just white thread. This was the first one I ever bought, and I got this from a craft fair I was at. There was an older couple, they're probably my age now, and they were doing this thing where you, it was kind of a scam, because I looked into it. That you contact this company, they would send you all the stuff to make 50 pairs of beaded fringed earrings. You would make them, send them back, and then they'd pay you for your work. Problem is, they always found some that were bad, and you never ended up getting paid. Well, they had bought 2 of these huge spools. You can see how big they are when they're new. And they were really tight. And they sold me this for $10, which back then was a lot of money. But to keep it in perspective, to get one today, and I have a bunch of whites in different sizes, these cost about $25. So really, if you think about it, that's not bad, because these are way more thread than the little tiny spools that I often use. This one I use for a couple because it was a little bit brighter, but really the red is red. And I've got these in probably 10 different colors that I've bought over the years. But so I stamped it out on the felt, and then I stitched the bowling ball onto the white bowling ball, because you figure this was stamped out in white. I put this over the white bowling ball and stitched it down, and then I sequined it, adding the 3 holes for your fingers, and then I sequined this, and then I put the back on and stitched it together. That's to hide the knot. I didn't do it on all the knots, but because I changed threads here and here as well. But I'm really happy with it. You know, like I said, I would do some things different if I could, but you know what? It's going to serve the purpose I have to hang on my bowling pin, and I'll smile when I see it. And I just thought it'd be fun to show you, because there might be a sport that you love, and if it's bowling, you can get a similar cookie cutter to this for like $7 or $8 on Amazon. I'm sure they have them on Etsy and eBay as well. Or you can find a bowling pin and just use any circle cookie cutter, because I did not put those the exact spot, because the way it came out with the beading, it ended up being slightly off. Because I did the same thing when I stamped this out. I pressed to get the holes. So, but anyway, I wanted to share this little guy with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a lot of fun. I plan on doing the other sports as well. I'm excited about the glove with the baseball and the basketball with the hoop. They'll be fun to do over time. I mean, I'm not going to do them anytime soon. I've got hundreds of cookie cutters I want to do for you. So anyway, I'll be back soon, and I've got, as I'm filming this, I have 2 blue ornaments to film. This should take us a few weeks, and then I'm going to keep making and recording so that I can keep ahead and have a couple videos on ornaments for you. And I think we have the cookie cutters through like the middle of September. I think through the middle of September. I'm doing 1 a week starting, I think, this week. So, and then unless I get new cookie cutters, that'll end about the middle to the 22nd or something like that of September. But these will continue, and I'll be doing 2 a week, and maybe by the time the cookie cutters are done, I'll be doing 3 a week, like my original goal: a blue and white, a non-Christmas, and then a traditional Christmas. We'll see. But anyway, I'll be back again soon. It's good to be back, and I'll also be doing a little update on my studio soon as well. Bye.